Do you want more people opening your cold sales emails? I imagine that if you send out a bunch of cold emails on a daily basis, then the answer is emphatically hell yes. Well, thanks to some awesome data put out by my good friends at Yesware, we were able to increase our open rates of our cold emails by 93%. Seriously, these were emails that our team used to get in front of CEOs. And what we noticed is that initially from our first round of emails, our open rate was at around 32%, which was solid for a cold email. After implementing some of the changes that I'm going to share with you, our open rate went to 62%, really high and a really big growth rate given the audience that we were in front of. So what was cool is that these changes are all really easy to implement. This isn't like some of my other videos or content where some of the stuff is harder to implement. These are literally tactical ideas that you can implement right away. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 cold email subject line tips to increase your open rate by 93%. Check it out. Number 1, keep it under 5 words. This is so simple, it's so tactical, but what we noticed and what the data has shown is that as subject lines get longer and longer, open rate goes down and down and down. That doesn't mean to just have necessarily just one word in your subject line, but you want to keep it in that, typically in that 3 to 5 words category, because that's where people are most likely to be able to give it a quick look, a quick glance, and decide, are they going to open it or not? And also just remember, if you use Gmail for your emails or even Outlook, a lot of times just it gives a little preview, and if the subject line is too long, then it starts to get cut off. And so we want to really keep that subject line under 5 words. Number 2, avoid salesy language. To some degree, it can seem obvious, but you want to really put yourself in the shoes of the prospect. Put yourself in the shoes of the person that is seeing all of the emails, the sea of emails that they're getting. And think about what salesy language looks like from their perspective. Phrases like, can you chat? That's pretty salesy, right? It's saying basically, hey, can I take value from you? Or another example would be exclusive invitation. It just sounds salesy, right? You almost picture like a guy with a sign in the street being like, exclusive invitation, right? We want to avoid those phrases. Any words like discount or pricing or anything that really is going to be a tip-off is going to cause your open rate to just depreciate. I mean, it's just going to go way down, precipitously so. Number 3, watch out for spam filter words. Now, this is one where we made a couple of changes, not because we were using spam words because our subject lines were spammy, but I'm in a space where I literally use words like sales and, opportunity pipeline. And in a different context, they come off as spammy. And so what we learned was that we were actually unintentionally using spam filter words that literally the spam filters are picking up and are being like, this is probably spam, which in my case, it wasn't. But we all have to be very cautious about words like cash or credit, act now, or opportunity, or sales, right? These are words that in another context are spam filter words. And you can just Google a list of spam filter words and make sure that none of the words in your subject line, or quite frankly, in the body of your email, have those spam filter words, because companies are spending more and more money and resources on sorting out any emails that are likely to be spam, because the data shows that when employees are getting lots of spam and are sorting through, that is lost productivity, and it's causing them to, in some cases, miss certain emails that could have actually been a good email, and they're missing it because they've got so much junk in their inbox. So companies are really spending a lot of time using filters to make sure that spammy emails don't come through. So be very cautious of that. Number 4, reference a common contact. And this isn't just common contacts in terms of people. It could be companies. It could be something that really familiarizes the prospect with yourself. And that's literally in the subject line. So if you do have some kind of a common contact with this person, then you want to reference that right in the subject line, because that is going to get them, your open rate is going to be way higher as a result of that. But even in some cases, it could be another organization that maybe you both belong to, or something that just is that common connection that's going to dramatically increase your open rate. When there is a common contact referenced in the subject line, open rates skyrocket. Now that's hard to do if you're doing canned emails, of course, but what you can do is personalize your emails to the point, particularly if it's a really important contact to get through, your open rate will be much, much higher. Number 5, A/B split test subject lines. This is somewhat blocking and tackling, but I find that so many organizations don't do this. And so an A/B split test literally means that if you're sending out a lot of emails over the course of a day, week, month, whatever it is, and you're sending usually mostly the same subject lines, there are now lots of programs like a Yesware, there's a million plugins that you can use to understand what's the open rate of your emails and then split test one subject line versus another. Because at the end of the day, we never know which subject lines are going to be most effective until we actually test it. In our organization, we have a lot of fun with this because we'll come up with a list of like 5 different subject lines that we want to test. And we place bets on which ones that we think are going to be the most effective. And so often it's the one that we all thought was junk, that who would ever open this? And that got the highest open rate and the highest reply rate. And so you just don't necessarily know. Sometimes breaking the rules can help you. Now, at the moment, I think what we just went through is going to really work and is going to help you out. But what I'd like to do is just take a little more time to walk you through a couple of bonus tips that I think are going to really just absolutely blow up your open rates. The first bonus is to send emails at either 7 a.m. or 8 p.m. Now, this is a little outside of what people often do because most people are sending emails between 9 and 11 or 1 and 4. And so this is when there's the most competition for the people that you're sending emails to. But you know what? Most people are opening emails as soon as they wake up in the morning. And most people wake up at around 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. So it's actually a really good time. And the other side, which is 8 p.m., kids have just gone to bed. They've got a down moment. Maybe they've got a glass of wine in their hand and they're like, I'm going to check my email. And suddenly they see it. Open rate shoots way up. 7 a.m., 8 p.m. Next bonus is test your email deliverability. This is pretty technical. I talked about this in one of my recent videos, but there are ways to test the deliverability of your emails to make sure that they're most likely to get through. There's a website, it's a free thing called mailtester.com. I'll make sure that that shows up right in front of you, that you go to that and you simply send them a test email and it'll tell you, are there any issues in terms of the deliverability of your email? It would be devastating to spend all this time sending out emails to find out that your email deliverability is only at about 50% when it could be at 90 or even 100%. I mean, that's just devastating and very avoidable. The last bonus is that there are no long-term rules. This is key. Whatever is hot in cold email subject lines at the moment is likely to not be hot in a couple of months or in a year from now. So you've got to constantly be testing lots of things. Try lots of different ideas, especially if you have the ability to split test and to really measure the open rates of your emails, then you really are going to be way ahead of the rules. There are no long-term rules. So there are the 5 cold email subject line tips to increase your open rate by 93%. So I want to hear from you. Which of these ideas did you find most useful? Be sure to share below in the comments section to get involved in the conversation. And if you enjoyed this video, then I have an awesome free ebook on 25 tips to crush your sales goal. Just click right here to get it instantly, or somewhere around here. Get it instantly. Seriously, just click right here. Also, if you got some value, please like this video below on YouTube and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking my face, which is probably right about here, to get access to a new video just like this one each week.